Hi, my name is Jay. I am 50. I live in Texas. I grew up on a horse ranch in the middle of nowhere. Poor. I was a weird child. Emotionally, very sensitive, artistic, not particularly tough, kind of nerdy. My dad did not know how to deal with that. My mom tried. She wasn't very well equipped for that either, but, they did their best. I found out I had BPD. I was in my workshop one night, almost 3 years ago. And I had YouTube on my computer. I just had the autoplay on. And for some reason, it thought I needed to see a video about borderline personality disorder. I kind of caught a little bit of it, and by the end of it, I was like, wait, I should listen to that again. So I listened to that again, and yeah, I rang the cherries on that test. I got all 9. High score. So the next day, called a psychiatrist and got with them, and they said, yeah, we're not going to do anything about that, but here's a list of therapists in your area. Found a therapist I adore. She's great. First time I'd ever been in therapy in my life, and really worked at it, took to it well. Being in the worst of borderline personality disorder it's horrible. It's a living hell. It's awful. Everything's out of control. It feels like your head is splitting into 4 sections and floating away. You have no footing, no grasp of reality. You're angry and deeply ashamed that you're angry. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I really wouldn't. I spent all my life not being who I thought I was. Like, who I thought I was wasn't real. It was a reflection of what other people wanted out of me. That's that fear of abandonment. That's that chameleon-like nature. In order to get people to like us so that we can have security, so that we can have safety, we look at them, we figure out what they want, what they respond positively to, and then we just become that. We become this shambling, poorly balanced Frankenstein's monster of other people's ideal personality traits. And I don't think ever really get to develop ones of our own. I suppose the good thing about it is that we have practiced them for so long that we can pick and choose the personality traits we want to keep and the ones we want to discard. I've spent the last 2 years of my therapy tearing my personality completely to the ground to figure out who I am, who's the raw, infant, untouched human being under that. Managing it now is a huge relief. Having the skills, the tools to make the machine work or work with the flaws that the machine has. It's like that scene in the original Karate Kid where he's learning how to block with the washing the cars, painting the fence. Wax on, wax off. It's like that. You do the moves so many times it becomes second nature. You can do it without thinking about it anymore. That movie Fatal Attraction, Glenn Close's character was supposed to have borderline personality disorder. That's what the public thinks of us. That's what most people think of us. Well, we wouldn't think twice about boiling a bunny or stalking somebody, or that's not how that works. It is manageable. You are able to recover from it, as long as you do the work. And it's work every day. It's not a badge, an I can do anything badge, like a lot of people treat mental illness. It's very serious. It ruins lives, or it can. I stopped allowing it to ruin mine. And I think that's something we should all do. Something I'm very proud of being able to do now is being able to control my anger. My therapist and I came up with an analogy of surfing for that. It's a huge killer wave, and it's gonna come and take you under, and you won't recover from it, because after the anger comes the shame, and it just keeps pushing you down. So just paddle hard. When you feel it start to lift you up, stand up on your surfboard and ride it. If you're above it, you let it wash over, then it has no power. You're controlling it. I'm an enormous nerd. I like science fiction. I like tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons and Call of Cthulhu. I'm a dungeon master for a group. We play it. We have a home game every Friday. We've been playing for 5 years now. Things that make life worth living to me. My kids, definitely. My children. I want to see them grow and develop. I want to continue that. If I die, I'm going to miss something. It's that simple. I don't want to miss anything. The world is full of wonders. You just have to find them. You learn something new every day. And if you don't, you're not looking hard enough. So just that. If I die, I'm going to miss it. That keeps me going.